Welcome back to our forum on the spirit of excellence on JCN. Our next presenter on this topic is Gravette Dean Brown, who is the Chief Alive Business Developer at Alive, the Bahamas' newest and proud telecommunications company. She is the Vice President responsible for the marketing, communications, business, and product development portfolio at Alive. Before joining Alive Limited, she was an investment professional with 18 years of experience in the fields of portfolio management and emerging market principal investing. She began her international career as an associate at JP Morgan in New York City and Geneva, Switzerland, where she worked as a business analyst in the investment and private banking divisions. She then worked for 12 years at the International Finance Corporation of the World Bank Group, where she attained the rank of Principal Investment Officer and concluded her career there leading the corporation's investments in the manufacturing and services sectors across the African continent. Gravette has lived and worked in New York, Washington, D.C., Geneva, Switzerland, Senegal, and Lagos, Nigeria. She is a graduate of the University of Pennsylvania, where she graduated with Bachelor of Art degrees in international relations, French, and economics. She is a holder of a Master's of Business Administration degree from Columbia University in New York with a concentration in French. She speaks French fluently. Ladies and gentlemen, Gravette Brown.
Thank you. Good evening.
Your microphone.
Yep, right here. Good evening, Mr. Jones. I wanted to focus my comments today on the what, how, and why of excellence. If we consider the what, just kind of very simply focusing on delivering the best and being the best. The how of excellence, I would sum up with a phrase of one of my alma maters, which was find a way or make one. And the why of excellence really being distilled into the fact that a rising tide lifts all boats. And I'll drill into each one of those a bit as I move on in my remarks. I think one of the things when I came back to the Bahamas, and one of the reasons I came back to the Bahamas was I'd had this wonderful experience and this great experience all over the world, seeing how any number of things were done. And I was really motivated by the desire to bring some of these innovations and developments and opportunities for excellence back to our little country. And I'm a fervent believer, and I encourage everyone who I work with to be a fervent believer that no matter how small this country is, no matter how few people are, we too can be globally and internationally excellent. That we should constantly look for ways, and in my job, in my career, in my current career now at Alive, always looking for ways to actually be the best. Not to be the best in the Bahamas, not to be the best in my sector, but to actually bring our business and the work that we do to be the best, period. To own the space and to not think that just because we are an island and we're only 400,000 people and Nassau is only 21 by 14 miles long and wide, that we also cannot actually deliver something from this small country in this world that is internationally recognized. And I think if you take that spirit into all that you do and you don't allow yourself to be cowed by these kind of statements of, well, it's the Bahamas, so we don't do this, or we don't have to do that, or the people don't know how to do this. You'll be surprised, not surprised really, I mean, you'll just be comforted or excited by how people respond to your expectation that they be great. When I speak to my team members, I always say that my job here is to help you to be great, to help you to be excellent. And that inspires people in a way that you cannot imagine. When we also deliver as a firm, as an organization, one of the very big parts of the company of Alive, and one of the reasons why I worked there was because we had a mandate to actually deliver the best for our consumer and subscriber, to think that we could deliver a world-class, first-world experience here, that we could change and transform the way that people experience a service, that we could go beyond just the basic services of data plans and devices that we provide, and also move firmly into the field of technology. One of the things that I'm responsible for, and I've been working on over the last year, and we'll see a lot more, is just actually creating a technology, a digital lifestyle company, and doing all that's required to build that. Developing apps, working with developers, helping Bahamians to transform their lives. When you strive for these things, when you strive for these goals, you not only bring yourself your own personal sense of fulfillment, but you actually help to move the entire country forward. The how of excellence. One of my personal mantra I always tell people is find a way or make one. When you set out to be the best, do the best, be the best, one of our earlier, Gil, I think, mentioned the confidence that you have to carry this forward. It's a combination of confidence and also resilience and perseverance. The things that you will do, the things that are required to get outside of your comfort zone, if I can borrow one of the phrases that he referred to, requires a dedication, a belief in yourself, but most of all, just a constant, everlasting resilience that what you are doing is the right thing, and to continue despite setbacks, to keep pushing forward for what you believe or what you know to be is the best thing to do. And you have to have an initiative and an assertiveness, and you have to constantly challenge yourself and sometimes challenge those around you to deliver and to produce and to keep everyone kind of focused on the ultimate goal. So, if something doesn't work this way, if someone, presents a roadblock here, then you take your machete and you carve out another road so you can go forward. If someone tells you you can't do this here, you keep going until you find somebody who can. And this is the way that you really deliver results. When we started, even as a company, there were any number of things that people told us would not work in this environment. And we have found over the last 18 months, it's been so fulfilling to see, the number of things that do. We were told people wouldn't use technology, they wouldn't respond, they wouldn't use an app, they wouldn't, and when you actually open up those doors, it just opens up a raft of ideas and opportunities for yourself and also for others. The final thing I want to leave everyone with today was this concept of, a rising tide lifts all boats. Too often, sometimes, I will say, just to be positive, we think about, excellence and being best in this very kind of insular sort of way, that if I am better, if somebody else is better, if you're winning, that means I'm losing. And one of the things I also believe very firmly in is that if I'm winning, then everybody can be winning. If you're winning, either I can win too, or that's an example to show me how I can win, or I just need to align myself with that person or that opportunity so that we can all win. You have to work with a spirit of generosity and of sharing of knowledge and ideas, and also being willing to receive knowledge and ideas from others. To not feel that, because somebody else has had an idea, that there's nothing that you can benefit, that you are unable to benefit from somebody else's win or somebody else's excellence. Find people who are aligned with the spirit of excellence that you say you are aligned with, and strive to work with them together to deliver results and to deliver goals. You lose nothing, it takes away nothing from you, and really at the end of the day, everyone will gain. I think this spirit of how we collaborate and how we work with each other is so intrinsic to how we deliver results and what creates excellence at the end of the day. These are just some of the lessons I've learned in my career, past and present, and I believe very strongly in them. I think this is what it takes to really move the country forward. I have a bigger, loftier goal, I think, and that goes back to delivering and being the best in everything that I do. It's not just about selling phones, it's about being better for the country, being better for ourselves, creating opportunities for everyone. And I think if you use these ideals as a guiding force, you will not only be personally fulfilled, you will also have the very real pleasure of feeling like you have had a greater impact in society as a whole. And that's at the end of the day, when all is said and done, ultimately what you want to have achieved for your life. So those are my thoughts.
Thank you so very much. We appreciate your comments. Our next presenter is Dr. Chaswell A. Hanna, who is a superintendent in the Royal Bahamas Police Force and currently serves as the National Commandant of Training. Much of his career in law enforcement was spent as a homicide detective in the Central Detective Unit and the Crime and Operations Manager in the Northeastern Division. He also served as the director of the Force's Research and Planning Unit and the director of the National Anti-Drug Secretariat in the Ministry of National Security. He holds a master's degree in criminal justice from the University of South Carolina and a doctoral degree from North Southeastern University. He has also authored several research studies on various topics, including school policing and homicide in the Bahamas. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Chaswell A. Hanna.
Good evening, and thank you, Mr. Jones. And let me just begin by thanking you. From the time I met you about 15 years ago, you always pushed this path of excellence, not only in private sector, public service, police force, in this space of media. And I just want to thank you for pushing that agenda. It's very important, and I think if we have more Bahamians striving for excellence and endeavoring to talk about the topic more, we'll have an even better Bahamas. So thank you so much, Mr. Jones. I want to speak directly to the young persons who are tuning in. Those of you who are just starting your careers, giving you some points on which you may wish to remember as you strive for excellence. The first thing is initiative. Don't wait for someone to tell you what to do. Look for things that needs to be improved in your organization and seek to improve it. Use initiative to act on opportunities. Become a leader before anyone asks you to become a leader. Leadership is something that can be brought out from you just taking the initiative. Your leaders will notice it, and it would help you in your road to excellence. Our next point is accomplish a goal every day. Set priorities. There's a saying that goes, being busy doesn't mean being productive. You may find a lot of people in your work environment who are up and down every day. They look extremely busy, but what are they really getting done? Are they doing this just to be seen or heard? Or are they actually producing any tangible results? So make sure when you go home at the end of each day, you can say, listen here, I accomplished one particular thing. It's better to accomplish one thing than to start 100 things and really never finish them. Try to solve problems rather than to pass them on to other people. It's one thing it's easy to identify a problem, but it's not so easy to come up with a solution. So be a part of the solution, not a problem. Don't pass problems on to your coworkers. Take ownership of it and try to find a solution to solve it. Take on a yes, I'll make it happen attitude. No leader, no supervisor wants to be around a worker who always complains and whines about what is not perfect, what is not right. They want to be around people who are positive, who has the attitude of excellence, who are always trying to strive to make things better. And that is the attitude you should have as you strive for excellence. Go the extra mile when asked to do so. Go beyond your job description. Do your job, but also try to go beyond. And there's many opportunities to fix things that are out there, and that goes back to your spirit of excellence. Again, nobody wants to be around somebody who just highlights problems. They want to be around persons who can find solutions. Show enthusiasm, and this will be noticed. There's a saying that goes, integrity is what you do when no one else is watching. You may think no one is watching you, but when you do those small things, when you go that extra mile, you're going to be noticed, and you're going to stand out, and your leaders are going to recognize you, and you're going to be elevated. And before you know, you're going to be a leader in your own organization. And finally, introduce improvements to the way things are done. Put suggestions on the table. Some may be unpopular, but once they are progressive, you should put them on the table. Develop innovative practices, and this is going to come with reading. You know, there's a saying that if you want to keep something from a black man, put it in a book. We need to read more. Read. That's very important. Value innovative thinking. Learn new skills that would enhance capability and capacity. So these are some nuggets I want to leave with you, especially those young persons as you strive in your organization to be excellent. Be a part of the solution. Be enthusiastic, take initiative, and you will be sure to reach excellence. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Hanna. The next presenter is Mrs. Dina Ingram, who is the Vice President of Sales and Marketing of the Arawak Homes Group. Mrs. Ingram has successfully functioned in this senior management position over the last 10 years. Her leadership is demonstrated vastly by example, as she has the highest booking in sales within the Arawak Group year on year. Mrs. Ingram possesses a wealth of knowledge and experience in the home acquisition and real estate industry, with an early career rooted in social work and insurance services. Since being awarded her Bachelor of Science degree in sociology from St. Leo's University, Mrs. Ingram has maintained high-level certifications in sales and marketing, all awarded from local organizations and international bodies in Delray Beach, Florida, California, Miami, Florida, among other places. Mrs. Ingram to date is an active member of the Bahamas Real Estate Association, Council of Residential Specialists, and the National Association of Home Builders. Ladies and gentlemen, Dina Ingram.
Thank you, Mr. Jones, and good evening to everyone. A conversation about excellence in our local and global context presents almost an oxymoron discussion where much of our national and international issues stems from a lack of excellence. How do we find excellence, much less pursue it, when the order of the day to the quality of life is being governed by terms of survival? I'm invited to consider from the topic in search of excellence, to pursue or not to pursue. The pursuit of excellence depends largely on a targeted quality of life any particular individual wishes to have. The pursuit of anything in life requires an understanding of purpose, a possession of focus, and a commitment to a strong value system. The search of excellence is a stellar journey that demands any participant to ask poignant self-reflective questions. These questions include, what is excellence? Where can I find it? How do I attain it? And how is it developed and grown? How do I keep it and maintain it? Excellence is about the choice of consistently doing things well. It is an intentional application of giving your very best every single time in every single thing you do. Excellence is a motivating factor that any successful person in life will learn to acquire and master on a regular basis. You see, excellence is less about a one-time life achievement award and much more about slow and steady climb of personal growth and development. Excellence is the choice to select optimal response feelings and reactions to some of the most dire and challenging circumstances. It is an approach to life that rises above instead of sinking below. Excellence exists in each and every person because every individual has the power to choose to be excellent. Searching for excellence is an inward journey that always begs the question, am I being the very best version of me? How do you develop and tap into excellence is really the crux of the matter. Not many of us know how to build on the raw materials. Thankfully, we are not always without examples and demonstration of what excellence looks like. We all know that the end product of excellence is success, and success is seen when we are able to manage our lives and affairs to the benefit of others. In order to do that, we must first build a spirit of excellence. Building the spirit of excellence comes through patience, much like the way we build our minds through education, our business through money management. The spirit of excellence is built through the practice of discipline. Discipline through our manners, discipline in our thought life, our positive affirmations, discipline in being reliable, discipline by being responsible for our conduct and behavior. But with so many deterrents that exist today, anyone can argue that pursuing excellence is always an abstract concept. Technology has created doorways for flexibility that how we measure excellence require a new yardstick. How do we keep the spirit of excellence in the ever-revolving door of this new millennial generation? How? We must be reminded that excellence is the attitude of the inner spirit. While there is an increase in business competition and technological changes, business is improving efficiency, accountability, and sustainable growth and profits must still do with a commitment to excellence. In spite of all the technological advancement being made, progressive organizations should never discount the valuable investment of the training of the human capital. Here are some of the qualities that any business environment should foster to build a culture of excellence in the workplace. Positive attitudes. Seeing challenges as solution opportunities versus impossibilities. Commitment. A spirit of dedication teaches self-responsibility and task execution. Integrity, being honest at all times, adds the immeasurable value to any company's success. Should we pursue excellence? Absolutely. Why? Because not to be means you are less than it is truly worth. I leave with you these words of Vince Lombardi, the world's famous NFL coach. A man can be as great as he wants to be. If you believe in yourself and you have the courage, the determination, the dedication, and the competitive drive, and if you are willing to sacrifice the little things in life and pay the price for the things that are worthwhile, it can be done. You can achieve excellence. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Ingram. Ladies and gentlemen, we take this break here on our program, and we'll come right back.